Puck cleared out. Kyle Penton will leave it for a defenseman. 30 seconds left on the penalty. Dumped in by Robinson. Caught by Colgan behind the net. He'll sling it back around the other way. Stick handling was Maziarchuk. As Robinson looks with 15 seconds. Puck taken back by Watertown, and with 7 seconds, they can end this with a clearance. They do. And Grant Mentis will exit the box. Hat tricks 0 for 1 on the power play. A couple quality chances, but no goals as we had an icing with 15:22. So Watertown survive on the penalty kill. 76.2%. That special teams group, 12 overall in the league. Chernyuk tapped towards the half wall for Klink. One-timer Filipov. Gloved for a second by Penton. Puck still loose in front. And poked clear back out into the neutral zone. Giveaway. Newberg, but a very close offsides call there as the interception took place right along the blue line. Robinson in the first line out there. Noah Robinson flanked by Rupsov and Belfe as the wingers. Clearance all the way down towards Penton. He'll take no chances and frees the puck, which will bring us to the under 15-minute timeout. Still 0-0 between the Wolves and the Hat Tricks. We'll go to break here and be back. You're watching Danbury Hat Tricks hockey.
Head over to TK's American Cafe on White Street for 80 different wing flavors and good times. With 30 flat-screen televisions and free Wi-Fi, we're the perfect spot to catch the game or enjoy a night out. Visit tksamericancafe.com for more information. TK's American Cafe. Make sure to try our hat trick flavor. When life brings legal challenges, trust Chipman, Mizuko, and Emerson. From business law and real estate to estate planning and litigation, our experienced attorneys are here to guide you every step of the way. Proudly serving clients across Fairfield County and Western Connecticut. Learn more at danburylaw.com. Nothing freshens like an ice-cold Coca-Cola. From classic Coke to a wide variety of sparkling and still drinks, we've got something for everyone. Learn more at CokeNortheast.com. Because every sip deserves a smile.
Back here, offensive zone draw for the Watertown Wolves. Apologies for the technical difficulties we had to start the broadcast. Thank you for bearing with us here. 14:45 to go in the first period. Hat Tricks and Wolves here at the Danbury Ice Arena. As that one hit off the referee. Chernyuk trying to rehandle it. Swung around the opposite side. Klink keeps it in, throws it towards net. Bouncing puck controlled by Robinson, who's turned back and has to play towards Mo Valley. Mo Valley shielding still. Klink heavy on the forecheck. Tipped ahead by Maziarchuk. And now with Powers and the Wolves. Tipped in by Bencic. And the first look at Andrei Simonchik, one of the first shifts he's had tonight. Given away right down the slot. Shot from Newman. Simonchik with 16 penalty minutes last weekend against Blue Ridge. Spent last season with the Thunderbirds, a runner-up in the Commissioner's Cup playoffs. Only played 19 games logged 3 points. Here ready to help out with some defense depth for John Birchin. Maziarchuk. Eli Rivers cutting in. Shot zips wide. Big hit by Frondudo, back with Danbury. Maziarchuk looking for the centering pass. Rivers pinned along behind the net. Puck spills out towards Ryder. Ryder's clearance blocked. Regrouping going the other way. Benčić surrounded by black jerseys. Powers shielding right towards the Hat-Tricks bench. He sends it in. Swings around towards Chris Corrigan, who's held up by Simonchik. Bouncing puck towards Kandurka. Crum has to reset. Crossed over the blue line. Will have an offsides with 12:54. Mentioned the Hat-Tricks, 2 losses last weekend down in Wytheville, Virginia, playing the Bobcats. 4-5 loss last Friday, and then a 2-4 loss on Saturday. That puts them 9 points behind the Bobcats. Trying to make up some ground tonight and hope that the Bobcats drop some games this weekend and going forward. As a matter of looking at out-of-town scores, the Bobcats facing off against the Topeka Scarecrows tonight and tomorrow. So when we do our out-of-town scoreboard check, we'll pay special attention to that one, as both the Hat-Tricks and the Wolves looking to climb back up into playoff contention. But right now, both on the outside looking in. 20 games remaining in the season. It's gone by very fast. Already in early February here. Kandurka. Flipped into the neutral zone, bouncing right towards the Hat-Tricks bench again. Crum ahead for Robinson, hit off his skate. They'll send it in, Colgan will handle. Now McDonald and one of the newer Watertown Wolves, Eklund Ossian, will try to break through this forecheck. Ossian signed on January 31st and played versus the Prowlers last weekend. Loose in the neutral zone. Belfay lost his stick. Now 3-on-2. Belfay cross ice. Robinson whiffed on the one-timer. Beautiful feed from Belfay. Just could not put it home. Noah Robinson. We've got a whistle as the net has come dislodged. Second line of Frondudo, Maziarchuk, and Rivers on for Danbury. Corrigan in the circle for Watertown. False start on the draw. Tie up. Backhanded by Maziarchuk. Got a lot of power on it. Forced a save out of Colgan. Brandon Colgan this season 2-4 in his starts against Danbury. Puck spills towards the crease. Penton will freeze. 11:20 to go in the first period. Still no goals. One by Klink. Zimmerman thought about the one-timer. Michigan throws one on net. Pressured by Ryder in front, who bumped into Penton. Skating on for the hat tricks now is number 96, Zach Desmarais, another newer hat tricks player brought on recently. Puck behind the net. One-timer Chernyuk off the backboards. Konstantin Chernyuk has been quite a problem at defense for the hat tricks. He's produced a lot of points in the couple games that he's played against Danbury. He's also committing a lot of penalty minutes, 2.5 penalty minutes a game since joining in his 8 games for Justin Coachman. Benchich going 1-on-5, taken away by Rupsov. Belfay cross ice Fennell up for Robinson. One back by Trevor Newman. Intercepted by Belfay, gets a stick on it. Now into the zone. Cycled around, Rupsov back the other side. No one in a black jersey there. Newman will race ahead. Around the right side, throws one towards the net. Ryder was in front. Now Powers throws one on net again. And an easy save for Kyle Penton. 9:47 in the first period, still 0-0 between the hat tricks and the Wolves. Will go to break and be back in a minute. You're watching Danbury Hat Tricks hockey.
Looking for the best in beverage distribution? Choose DiCello Distributors. From Anheuser-Busch to local craft beers, we offer a full range of beer, cider, and non-alcoholic options. Serving New Haven, Fairfield, and Middlesex counties, we're committed to quality service and community. Visit DiCello.com to learn more. Diversified Printing Solutions is your full-service print partner in Danbury. With over 50 years of combined experience, we handle everything from graphic design and branded premiums to bindery mailing and smaller large print runs. DPS doesn't just print, we help you communicate from concept to delivery. Visit us online at dprintingsol.com. Struggling with pain or mobility issues? Turn to Hartsburg Chiropractic Health Center in Danbury. Specializing in posture correction, sports injuries, sciatica, arthritis, and more, our patients rave about personalized care and lasting results. Visit hartsburgchiropractic.com to schedule your consultation.
Back here at the Danbury Ice Arena, still scoreless between the Hat Tricks and the Wolves. 12th meeting between these two teams this season. They've played a lot of games. Hat Tricks' most common opponent this season, ahead of the Binghamton Black Bears, who they played 9 times. Still looking to pick up their first win against them. They'll have a chance on February 27th later this month. But for now, another series against the Wolves as Robinson tried to clear, got the puck back. Heads up the left wing, centers for Belfay, past him. And now on the stick of Quinn Chevers. McDonald spinning. Deflected in by Grant Mentis. Back on the stick of Grant. Centered by Chevers, off the stick of Legro. almost went goal bound. Patted away by Penton towards the near corner. Fronduto ahead. Tie up along the Wolves bench as Yarchuk out of the fray. Dekes around, backhanded, loose in front, backhand score! Eli Rivers cleans up the rebound with the backhanded goal. His 6th goal for the Hat Tricks this season. And breaks the deadlock early for the Hat Tricks. His 13th overall goal this season, of course traded in the Alex Legkov deal about a month ago. And he has fulfilled what people hoped he would be. Down the slot and cleaned up by Penton. Stephen Klink coming down the slot. But Eli Rivers, he, in the loss 2 Saturdays ago, had a hat trick. He's produced instantly, playing on the second line tonight, the South Burlington native. He has 3 points in his last 3 games heading into this one, all assists. But he gets a goal this time as Michigan on the puck. Chernyuk thrown towards the net, deflected. Took a heavy deflection there. Penton able to get back into position. Sosinski behind the net. Off the board, Zimmerman. Throws one towards the net. Michigan tried to tip it in towards the back post. Gets past Klink. Zimmerman will reset. When the Hat Tricks score first, they are 9-5 outright. Crom blown up right at the blue line. Big hit Zimmerman, who gets a retaliatory hit there coming in from Andrei Simonchik. One of the newer Hat Tricks looking to prove his worth there, backing up his teammate. Looked like a relatively clean open ice hit there. Andrei Simonchik gonna go spend some time in the box after that one. A big open ice hit on Crom. So Watertown will go to work on the power play this season, 17%, 11th overall in the league, just better than the Hat Tricks. Hat Tricks penalty kill is some of the best of their special teams units, 6th overall in the league at 81.8%. And they will look to keep this a 1-0 game. 7:34 to go in the first. Eli Rivers, the goal so far, is the difference. Wolves control in the zone. Bencic low for Michigan. Up high for Chernyuk. One-timer Klink. Hit it too high. It bounced all the way down towards Colgan. Michigan now on the right wing. Back for Chernyuk. Klink looking for the one-timer. Gets a wrister off, and his shot escapes out into the neutral zone again. Michigan for Klink. 3 behind the puck for Danbury. Klink, cross ice. Bencic will collect, pressured by Crom. Klink surveying again. Right back to him. Low for Michigan, tipped pass by Allegro. Racing over to claim the puck. Still with Watertown, 56 seconds on the power play. Pad save. Penton didn't have a clear look at that. Still with Watertown. Chernyuk for Filipov. Bouncing puck, claimed by Penton. Took a mean deflection there on its way towards the goal. Penton reacts, stays 1-0 with 45 seconds on the power play. As the Wolves continue on the power play, you can see off camera Andrei Simonchik making some taunts towards the Watertown bench. So definitely making his name known in his hat-tricks home debut, like many have this season. Kanderka wins the puck back on the shorthand. Sasinski winds up. His slap shot misses wide. Fennell. Sasinski again, 19 seconds. We'll try to keep it for the rest of the power play. Henning ahead for Newman, was onside, says the linesman. 4 seconds now, cleared all the way, and both teams are 0 for 1 on the power play to start tonight's game. Nearing towards 5 minutes to go in this first period. Eli Rivers' goal makes it 1-0 hat-tricks. Kicked behind, Mo Valley shielding off. Played along the boards, intercepted by Grant Mentis. Back for Grant Mentis, lots of space, picks his spot and scores. Marcus Grant Mentis with his first goal for the Wolves here on the road, ties it up for Watertown. It's 1-1. Marcus Grant Mentis in his 5th FPHL season, his 10th team in his career. He played 2 games back in earlier this season for the Sentinels, but signed just today. Still doesn't even have a nameplate on the back of his jersey, as 2 players lost a stick there. Chevers off sides. All the way back in the opening weekend, Grant Mentis' 2 FPHL games this season, October 10th and 11th. 4:43 to play in the first. Grant Mentis makes it 1-1 between the Hat-Tricks and Wolves. Don't go anywhere, you're watching Danbury Hat-Tricks hockey.
Recover with confidence at Hat City Physical Therapy. Personalized care for sports injuries, post-surgical rehabilitation, and chronic conditions. As the official PT provider for the Danbury Hat-Tricks, we specialize in advanced treatments like dry needling, cupping, and KT taping. Visit us online at hatcityphysicaltherapy.com to schedule a consultation. Serving handcrafted drinks, Cash and Live Coffee Creations combine flavor, creativity, and community in every cup. Visit us online at cashandlivecoffee.com or check us out in the Danbury Ice Arena. Cash and Live Coffee Creations, where every sip tells a story. Make your stay comfortable at La Quinta Inn & Suites by Wyndham Danbury. With spacious rooms, free breakfast, and modern amenities, we've got everything you need to relax and recharge. Conveniently located in Danbury, we're perfect for business or leisure travel. Book your stay today at wyndhamhotels.com/La Quinta.
1-1, Hat-Tricks and Wolves. Marcus Grant Mentis unassisted at 15:01. Ties it back up for the visitors. We did some digging during the break and looking back at Grant Mentis' FPHL career. He actually played for the Hat-Tricks in 1 game. He had 1 goal and 1 assist in a 12-5 win over the Delaware Thunder. You think 8-5 is a crazy score. How about 12-5? Back a couple seasons ago. Makes it 2 Wolves players who have only played 1 game for the Hat Tricks and are now facing off against them. Of course, Trevor Newman earlier this season only played 1 game for Danbury, now has played a decent chunk of this season for the Wolves. 21 games total for the New York club. Klink deking, poke check Allegro. Backhanding it was Crom. Newberg able to shuffle it ahead, only as far as Zimmerman, who will send it back in for Watertown. Breakout pass, Jordan Crom handled it for just a moment. Newman, cross ice Ryder, down the left wing with some space. Penton got a piece of it with the glove. Noah Robinson behind the net, now ahead. Going in with the hit was Henning there on Kandurka. No penalty as Henning lugs it in again down the right wing. Center for Bencic, falls for Ryder. At the point with Powers, glove save. (1-1) with 3:14 to go in the first. Hat Tricks are 2-3 outright in their last 5 games, needing some points this weekend to get themselves back into the playoff hunt. Still 20 games to go, but this stretch is a pivotal one, playing some of the teams lower in the division. Backhand Robinson. Good move coming from the outside from the first line center. Powers backhanded off the well, chasing against Simonchik. He couldn't beat it. He got an icing with 2:52. After this weekend, the Hat Tricks will have 4 straight games against Indiana, who they haven't played since late October in the 3rd series of the season, where they dominated and really got their season back on track after going 0-4. They picked up 2 big wins out in Indiana. Next weekend they'll be home hosting the Sentinels. But after that, it's a series against Binghamton, so John Bierchen and company trying to pick up some points where they can, and this weekend is certainly one of those spots. Ryder for Ossian. Thrown ahead for Newman, who couldn't handle it. Watertown will change. Legro trying to beat it out and catch him off guard. Fonduto sends it in. Rivers battling. Hat Tricks goal scorer, his 13th of the season. Grant Mentis again. And a batted pass there by Corgan. Hit the top of the netting and almost beat Penton. Mo Valley taken down behind the net, gets right back up. Hat Tricks break out with Greg Sosinski down the near side. Skirts around one, the defenseman on his own, goes for a high shot, bounces over, and kept in by Mo Valley. Great individual move there from Sosinski, centered for Newberg, one-timer, pad save. Another follow-up, Tomasi. Tomasi still keeping it in. Great work from the 4th line. Deflected. Hat Tricks player falls down in front. That's Tomasi. Desmarais cycles deep for Newberg as we near 1 minute to go in the first period. Superb shift from this 4th line. Newberg joining Desmarais and Tomasi as that 3rd skater on the 4th line. Legro whiffing on the pass. Sends it in. Chernyuk surveying ahead with under a minute to play here in the first period. Laid off for Michigan. Filipov right along the post. Fished out. Now Michigan handling again at the far half wall. Lays off for Chernyuk. Bouncing puck, save Penton. Watertown dominating the shots right now, 19-8. 32 seconds away from the first intermission. Kyle Penton being tested a lot so far tonight, and he gave up the one goal, but can't really put too much blame on that one. Marcus Grant-Mentis had at least 3 seconds to walk in there and pick his spot, and he sure did. 3-on-2 if they can hurry. Frandudo around the left side, backhanded towards goal. Colgan can't find it, spills out to the corner with 19 seconds. Thrown in front again. Fennell behind the goal, one-timer. Couldn't get it off his stick that time. Simonchik, and a breakaway, beats Penton with the 5-hole. 2.6 seconds left in the first. And Watertown beats the buzzer and will go into the first period intermission up 2-1. It's Igor Filipov with his 17th goal of the season. So quickly, one side, hat tricks pushing for a late goal, and suddenly down the other way. Filipov 2-1. That's it for the first period. Players for a second looking like they were going to exchange some words before heading to the locker room. Watertown dominating the shots on goal and now have a 1-goal lead to show for it. 2-1 to the visitors as we head into the first intermission. We'll step aside for a break and be back in a little bit. You're watching Danbury Hat Tricks Hockey.
Looking for top quality meats? Omaha Beef Company is your go-to wholesale food distributor. We carry a wide selection of beef, poultry, pork, cheeses, and pantry staples. Visit omahabeefcompany.com to learn more. Omaha Beef Company, serving Connecticut with quality you can count on. Is joint pain slowing you down? At Ortho Connecticut, our team of expert orthopedic surgeons and specialists get you back to doing what you love pain-free. From sports injuries to joint replacement, we offer advanced care close to home. Visit myorthoct.com to schedule your appointment today. Looking for a brighter smile? Stony Hill Dental Care offers comprehensive dental services, including sedation, cosmetic, and preventive care. Schedule your appointment today at stonyhilldental.com. Stony Hill Dental Care, where your smile comes first. Get your tickets fast and easy at Tixer.com, the official ticketing partner of the Danbury Hat.
To the Danbury Police Department, the Danbury Fire Department, the Danbury EMS, Danbury and Ridgefield 911 operators, and the incredible staff at Danbury Hospital. There are no words to fully express my thanks. Your quick response, expert medical care, unwavering dedication, and genuine compassion and avoidance of presence changed every day for our family. Without your actions, this story could not be written. Because of you, Jonny is still here. You not only saved a life, you deserve a heart partnership. Your bravery, selflessness, and commitment to service is never be forgotten. We will honor you not just tonight, but every day for the rest of our lives. To all first responders, thank you for all that you do, and for the entire family of the greatest people for all. Thank you.
Folks, there again, the message from Jonny Ruiz's family. Due to some of the technical difficulties, you might not have heard the original message before the game, but we please encourage you all to check out the GoFundMe link in the description of this broadcast. You can also find it on the social media pages of the Danbury Hat Tricks. Please help out however you can. If you know Jonny and you know Jonny's story, you know how much he means to this organization and to this community. So I'm sure if you're watching this broadcast, whether you're a Hat Tricks fan, a Wolves fan, or however you found yourself watching this game, you can appreciate the work that Jonny Ruiz has done and what he means to the Hat Tricks faithful. So please check that out. We'll be back later on for the start of the second period.
Dreaming of your next getaway? Let Expedia Cruises Brookfield turn that dream into reality. Our local travel experts offer personalized planning for cruises, all-inclusive resorts, escorted tours, and more. Whether you're seeking a tropical escape or a European adventure, we've got you covered. Visit ExpediaCruises.com to start planning today. At Golf Lounge 18, we deliver state-of-the-art virtual golf fun in Danbury and throughout Connecticut. Equipped with TrackMan 4 technology, our bays allow golfers to play real courses indoors. Reserve your bay or learn more at golflounge18.com. Golf Lounge 18, real golf all year round. Step into Gray Scent Boutique and Candle Bar, where style and creativity come together. Browse our curated finds, enjoy permanent jewelry, or craft your own custom scented candle. Located in Bethel, Connecticut, we're the perfect spot for gifts, gatherings, and unforgettable experiences. Visit grayscent.com for more information. Got a leak, clog, or plumbing problem you can't ignore? Call Hope Plumbing, your trusted local experts for fast, reliable service. Located in Prospect, Connecticut, help is just a call away. Visit thehopecos.com or call 203-663-3223 today to learn more. Because when it comes to plumbing, there's always hope. Building something great starts with the right materials. At Kellogg Hardwood Lumber, we supply premium hardwoods, custom millwork, and quality lumber for builders, craftsmen, and DIYers alike. Located in Bethel, Connecticut, we're your trusted source for strength, beauty, and reliability in every project. Visit KelloggHardwoods.com today. Stay warm this winter with Mitchell Oil. From heating oil and propane delivery to HVAC installation and service, we offer comprehensive solutions for homes and businesses. With automatic delivery options, flexible pricing plans, and 24/7 emergency service, Mitchell Oil ensures your comfort year-round. Visit Mitchell.com to become a customer today. Mitchell Oil, ready to serve you. When disaster strikes, Paul Davis is here to help. We provide fast and reliable restoration services from properties damaged by water, fire, mold, or storms, serving both homes and businesses with 24/7 emergency response. Check us out online at pauldavis.com to find a location near you. Looking for a premier golfing experience? Visit Richter Park Golf Course, the #2 public course in the New York metro area. With 4 sets of tees, we challenge golfers of all skill levels. Open daily, Richter Park offers competitive rates and online tee time reservations. Visit richterpark.com to book your round today. Bring back your curb appeal with Rinse and Wash Pressure Washing. From driveways and decks to siding and storefronts, we make your surfaces shine like new. Our team delivers fast, professional results you can count on. Visit rinseandwashct.com today to schedule your clean, because a fresh look starts with a rinse and wash. Stacy's Totally Baked crafts freshly baked goods daily, from cookies and cupcakes to signature cakes for every occasion. Based in Ridgefield, we serve local cafes, cater events, and accept custom orders. Visit stacystotallyBaked.com to browse our menu and place your order. Stacy's Totally Baked, where every bite is made with love. Hungry for a steak? Come to Texas Roadhouse for hand-cut steaks, fall-off-the-bone ribs, and made-from-scratch sides in a fun, family-friendly setting. Whether you're dining in or ordering to go, Texas Roadhouse offers legendary food and service. For more information, visit texasroadhouse.com/Danbury. At Ventura Law, we speak your language, know your culture, and understand your story. For over 65 years, we've been fighting for the rights of injured individuals across Connecticut and New York. Our compassionate bilingual attorneys guide you through every step, making sure your voice is heard. Visit venturalaw.com for a free consultation. Ventura Law, justice you can trust. Transform your outdoor space with Yard Goats Landscaping, located in Bethel, Connecticut. From spring cleanups and tree work to custom patios, fencing, and masonry, we're your one-stop shop for all things landscaping. Visit yardgoats.io for a free consultation. Yard Goats Landscaping, where your dream yard becomes reality. Need reliable equipment for your next project? Turn to Decker Tool Rental. With locations in Danbury, Bridgeport, and beyond, we offer a full range of rental tools and heavy machinery. Whether you're a contractor or DIYer, our knowledgeable staff ensures you get the right gear for the job. Visit DeckerCatRentalStore.com today. Looking to upgrade your ride or home? Choose Emerald Tint, your premier window tinting masters for Fairfield County. Whether it's automotive, residential, commercial, or marine tinting, we use high-quality ceramic films for superior heat rejection, UV protection, and enhanced privacy. Visit EmeraldTint.com today. Raise a glass to great beer at Charter Oak Brewing Company, located here in Danbury. Enjoy 10 rotating drafts, live local music, and a shaded beer garden perfect for your next event. Visit us online at charteroakbrewing.com to learn more.
Hello, I'm Jake Brand, the junior.
Remember when a night out didn't break the bank? When fun was simple, social, and full of laughter? Bowling is still that place. Affordable, timeless, and made for everyone. Get more laughs per dollar bowling at Spins Bowl.
second period about to get started here at the Danbury Ice Arena. Watertown took a very late 2-1 lead at the end of the first period. Igor Filipov scoring at 19:56. Only seconds left in the first period. Got a chance on the breakaway and got the better of Kyle Penton. So Watertown with a 2-1 lead entering period number 2. They dominated the shots on goal, winning 21-8 in the first period. A lot put on the shoulders of Kyle Penton. A breakaway and then a chance in front for that first goal from Watertown. Grant Mentis had a lot of space to pick his spot and score, so can't be too harsh on Penton, who has faced a lot of shots tonight. Hat-trick's offense needing to get going here in period number 2. Trying to pick up some points this weekend and claw their way back into playoff position. Puck spills behind the Danbury net. Now Chernyuk. Zimmerman with a shot, deflected. Loose for a second, but Penton will freeze. Kyle Penton, the Waltham, Mass native, a rookie in the league. Being a Mass native, I'm sure this weekend is a very exciting one for him. I assume he's a Patriots fan. We'll have to confirm that off air, but Patriots looking for yet another Super Bowl as he pushes that one ahead towards Desmarais. Back to the hockey. Sent back in deep by Zimmerman. Tomasi and him collide in the neutral zone. Again with Desmarais down the left wing. Dispossessed by Zimmerman and taken away by Bencic up ahead for Michigan. Quick puck movement from the Wolves. Chernyuk pass behind his teammate, and Rupsov will dump it in. Chasing against Zimmerman. Tied up in the near corner. Rupsov. Deeks in front. Had a shot off. Couldn't get a rebound home, but wiggled his way through the traffic and was able to get a shot right near the post. Belfay centers. Rupsov stripped, but keeps it alive in the corner. Hounded by Yefim Michigan. Now Zimmerman on it. Can't clear it fully. Belfay able to win back the puck and center it. No one there. Bencic goes cross ice. Sent in by Michigan. Watertown will change, and so will the Hat-Tricks. 90 seconds into the second period here. Rivers, puck just too far ahead of him. It was Eli Rivers who got the scoring started. The 1-0 lead for the Hat-Tricks. A rebound, backhanded effort from Rivers, his 13th of the season. That one squeezed by Penton with 18:12 on the clock. Rivers' 6th goal for the Hat-Tricks since being traded on January 6th, exactly a month ago. Face-off at the left dot. Danbury wins it. Cleared out past Henning. Rivers trying to beat out the icing and does. Chasing against Powers, who got a stick on it. Sent in by Sosinski. Rivers lays it back. Frondudo, backhanded across by Mazyarchuk. Sent deep again by the Hat-Tricks. Ryder swarmed, but gets it cross ice for Chevers, who got the assist at the end of the period. McDonald tried to wind up a slap shot there, didn't line up perfectly. Corrigan at the point. On net, loose in front, and claimed by Kyle Penton. Officially, we have an official scoring here on that late goal. It was Filipov from Klink and Brandon Colgan, the goalie, picking up an assist. Hockey, wherever you live, wherever you support your team from, you gotta love a goalie assist. And I'm sure the Wolves fans love that one. Hat tricks, not so much. As McDonald handles. And it spills deep. Fennell tried to go around the outside, gave it away. Grant Marcus. Ahead for Kandurka. Has numbers. Fennell behind the racing Fennell, who was trying to join the chase there. Kandurka wins it back. Loose. Crom tried to step it home at the post. Colgan freezes. Caden Kandurka leading the odd man rush. Marcus Grant Mentis in there in the slot for the Wolves. We mentioned that they actually did play one single game for the Hat Tricks. That was back on October 22nd, 2022. Not sure what you were doing back then, almost 4 years ago, but Grant Mentis was putting up some numbers for the Hat Tricks in that game, in that 12-5 win. So a nice tidbit there as Stephen Klink races up along the near wall. Sends it opposite side. Hits off the skate. Perfect bounce. And Rupsov will play it over for Belfay. Colgan way out of his net. Now out of position. Robinson fired a shot from the wall as he goes sliding in the slot. Almost beat out Colgan. 3-on-2 if the Wolves can hurry. Klink tried to go through the legs of an opponent. Stopped in his tracks. Puck cleared only as far as Henning. Caught up by Mo Valley. Navigating through the neutral zone. Able to move it just far enough ahead for Belfay. Bencic receives the breakout. Into the slot. Newman pressured from behind. Great back checking there from Danbury. 3-on-2 the other way if they can push it here. Rivers in the slot. Got tied up on the shot. Frondudo trying to cycle it deep. Henning there to tie it up and take it back for the Wolves. Down the left side now, a lot of space coming in for Watertown. That time it was Brad Ryder coming down the left wing. Loose in the neutral zone. Newman trying to claim it for the visitors. 5 minutes into the second period. High shot from Quinn Chevers. McDonald. Grant Mentis. Low pad save from Penton. Grant Mentis again. Circling. Making an instant impact for his new team. Flipped out, caught by McDonald and sent it right back in. Grant Mentis back on the puck. Now Chevers tied up with Robinson. Ossian now quickly ahead. Chevers trying to take advantage of the Danbury change. Can't quite do it. No reset again with Eklund Ossian. Again, one of the newer Wolves players. Joined on January 31st last week and played against Port Huron last weekend. Played 6 games for the Sentinels this season, just like Grant Mentis did. He played 2 back in October. So Ossian, another player joining the Wolves. Klink. Blocker save. Penton hits into the netting with 13:43 to go in the second. Watertown still holding on to this 2-1 lead as we head deeper into the second period at the halfway point of this game. We'll step aside and be back. You're watching Danbury Hat Tricks Hockey.
Fire up your appetite with Twins Barbecue Company. Smoked meats, bold flavors, and barbecue that brings people together. Stop by for ribs, brisket, wings, and more in Brookfield. Visit twinsbbqco.com to view our menu, order online, or find our next food truck stop. Twins Barbecue, There's nothing better than smoking hot twins.
Looking to make your brand stand out? Vision Designs in Brookfield has you covered. From custom screen printing and embroidery to eye-catching signs, banners, and promotional products, they bring your ideas to life with unmatched quality and service. Visit VisionDesignCT.com. Vision Designs, where your vision becomes reality. Looking to elevate your night out? At Illicit Brewing Company, we feature a beer hall, cocktail bar, arcade, lounge, and private event space. Enjoy a...
Fans enjoying the YMCA in the arena, or in-arena entertainment. As always, can't miss. As there's the puck loose in front, nobody can find it. Finally, Desmarais gets a stick on it. Still not cleared out of the zone. Cherniak back in, takes a wild bounce off the backboards. And we've got a whistle from the officiating crew, led by Chris Rousseau, Carmine Vetrano, Michael Imperio, and Anthony Verderisi are four officials tonight. Face off at the left circle. Robinson wins it. Behind the net with Sasinski. Can't push it ahead for Robinson clean. Cherniak back with it. Cycled for Zimmerman. Watertown on a 6-game losing streak, trying to break that one tonight. Their last win came in this arena against the Hat Tricks back on January 10th. Filipov down the outside, pressured by Rupsov and taken away by the Russian. He's the only player on the Hat Tricks actively averaging more than a point a game, 1.1 a game for Rupsov since joining the team on November 14th, a couple weeks into the year, just over a month. He's got 5 points in his last 5, Rupsov, and has really needed to step up, especially since the departure of his fellow countryman Alex Legkov. He's been slotted into the first line after starting really on the second line for the first month or so of his Hat Tricks tenure. Here he is back on the puck. High shot into the netting. Trying to get his team back in front. One of the many rookies on this Hat Tricks team. 17 out of 22 players are rookies. And a lot of turnover, as most rosters see during the FPHL season. But just looking back to the first time these two teams met on Halloween, there are only 8 active players left on this Hat Tricks roster, and none of the goalies. 2 goalies were Risar and Juan Ramos. So a lot of turnover in only a couple months. Team looks very different since the first time these two squads faced off on Halloween, which was a very fun game for the Hat Tricks. 7-1 victory there. But they find themselves down 2-1 here, under 12 minutes to go in the second period, heading towards the halfway point in this one here on this Friday night. Tipped in by Ryder, lobbying to the officials that it was not an icing. Referees say otherwise. We'll have a face-off down the other end. Third line of Kandurka, Newberg, and Krom on for John Biertrin. Face-off won by Newberg. Puck spills out behind his defenseman. Now Newman. Bencic, a lot of space. Tried to go opposite side and couldn't hit the target. Cleared out by Krom. No icing. Ossian pressured by Kandurka. Kandurka still on the chase. Ossian ahead for Ouellette, who will send it around the boards and set up the forecheck. Puck flipped way high in the air. That almost hit the ceiling. And sent back in by Ouellette once more. You see the flip pass pretty often now in the NHL and all levels of hockey, but that was more like a moon ball sent way high into the rafters here at the DIA. Grant Mentis over for Ossian off target. And poked into the O-zone by Rupsov. Breakout with Ossian again. Space for Newberg. Had Belfay in front. Josh Newberg back on the puck. Belfay bounced off Rupsov's stick. Grant Mentis been on the puck a lot this period. Threw one towards the net, caught by Penton. Wolves player goes sliding into the crease with 10-11 to go in the second. Most of these matchups between these two teams have been pretty high scoring. This one only 2-1 as it stands, but we've seen some of these games flip on a dime. 4 goals in 4 minutes, 2 instances, 1 for each team. Hat-tricks did it on that aforementioned Halloween game, and the Wolves did it back on that January 10th matchup, so we'll see if we get any more goals this period. Officially halfway through this one. Hat-tricks trailing 2-1, needing a win to stop this 2-game skid after the series down in Virginia. Filipov walking in. Was able to maneuver his way in front, but didn't get a shot off. It's Zimmerman now. Blockered away by Penton. Out of play. Which will bring us to the under 10 timeout. Hat-tricks still looking for a tying goal as we head to the second part of period number 2 here at the Danbury Ice Arena. We'll be back in a bit. You're watching Danbury Hat-tricks hockey.
Raise a glass to locally crafted spirits at Litchfield Distillery. Enjoy free tours and tastings of our award-winning spirits, including bourbon, rye, gin, and ready-to-drink cocktails. Open daily with tours on the hour. Book your spot at litchfielddistillery.com. Litchfield Distillery, batch by batch. Craving a craft beer escape? Come to Reverie Brewing Company in Newtown, where every pint is brewed with passion and flavor. Catch a rotating tap list, enjoy food trucks almost every day, and join us for live events and good times. Visit reveriebrewing.com for our menu, hours, and upcoming events. Reverie Brewing, don't quit your daydream. In the mood for a sweet treat? Visit Twister's Ice Cream Cafe in New Fairfield. Enjoy 32 delicious homemade ice cream and Italian ice flavors, including rotating specials. Plus, catch Twisters at all Danbury Hat-tricks home games this season. For more information, check them out on Facebook.
2-1 Watertown, 9:29 to go in the second period. Offensive zone draw for the visitors. Flipped out into the neutral zone, bouncing puck. Rivers couldn't get his stick on it. Powers banked hard off the boards, now back with Benčić. Gains the zone, padded to the corner. Kept in by Reiter. Newman. Henning poked it towards the net and forcing a save out of Penton again. We mentioned he's been very busy tonight, the busier of the 2 goalies. Watertown looking to break that 6-game losing streak. 2 of those they lost in overtime or a shootout, one of them just 2 weeks ago. Newberg's shot caught and held by Colgan. That 3-2 shootout win 2 Fridays ago at Danbury 1. Official just resetting the net. False start, says the referee. Corgan sent out for Chevers. That one might have skipped off the post as Tomasi handles along the near half wall, tied up with Corgan and Grant Mentis. Falls for Desmarais. Backhanded towards the goal, taken by Ossian. Now Grant Mentis, offsides. Watertown out shooting the Hat Tricks 30-14 right now, 9-6 this period. So a little bit closer than the first, 21-8 after the first 20 minutes. Hat Tricks needing to create more opportunities. Would be especially important if they were to get on the power play again. If the even strength offensive attack is not working as well. Still plugging away, looking for a tying goal here with 8:12 to go in the second. McDonald around the boards. This should be an icing, and is. First line on for Danbury. Robinson can't win the face-off. Gets it back, threw it towards the net. Rupsov claims on the opposite side. Again, toss towards Colgan's net. But away with Grant Mentis. Cycled, but intercepted. Belfay, Rupsov. Try to get it back for Belfay. Ran out of space and Colgan freezes. A 3-on-2 developing on that rush. And the Hat Tricks first line just couldn't convert. Rivers tried to cycle it, took a wicked bounce. Now still bouncing in front. Frondudo battling through it again towards the net. That time shot by Mo Valley. Cleared up by Cherniuk and helped on by Stephen Klink. Puck falls for Rivers. Now with Craig Sosinski tipped in. Trying to set up the forecheck. Zimmerman pressured and threw it out. Officials now conversing whether that was a delay of game. And it will be. A big chance here towards the end of the second period. Adam Zimmerman to the box for delay of game. Hat Tricks on the power play for the second time tonight. They created a couple chances. They were on the power play in the first period. Ruiz hit the post. Let's see what they can create here. Kandurka lost it in his skates. Henning in a race against Crom, who fends off the opposing team's veteran, who in fact, in doing some digging, Dustin Henning, when he made his debut in the FPHL, Zimmerman, who's in the box, he was 12 years old. So just to speak to the age difference between some of the Wolves players here. Crom one-timer with the slap shot. Cleared out. Crom will reset, who's been playing the point on the power play. Hat-tricks have had to reshuffle a bit on the 5-on-4 with Jonny Ruiz's departure and some other roster shakeups. Bencic, shorthanded. Worked a shot on goal, now 56 seconds to go on the 5-on-4. Cleared out quickly by Ryder. Danbury forced to reset again. Penton played ahead for Rupsov. Sasinski. Belfay, cross ice. Rupsov, low for Fennell. Went with the sharp angled shot. Has it right back on his stick. Errant pass. Too far left from Sasinski, now 25 seconds. Rupsov will head to the bench. Tomasi on as the fifth skater. Belfay for Tomasi, enters the zone, 8 seconds, score! A ripper from Josh Tomasi! One of the nicest goals you'll ever see. Josh Tomasi beats the buzzer on the power play and ties it up for Danbury. The fourth line center, Tomasi, his third goal of the season, comes on the ice for Anton Rupsov, who you'd think was one of the main offensive threats, but look at that slap shot. Pick the top corner and let it rip, and gives this arena some life. 2-2, hat tricks in Wolves, 4:58 to go in the second period. Watertown trying to reset. Zimmerman, who took that penalty on the ice, dumping it in as they battle along the near half wall. Zimmerman, some space. Shot was maybe blocked by Filipov there, his own teammate. Chernyuk wins it right back from Desmarais. Desmarais flipped around a defender. Desmarais using the body, that physicality. Hat-tricks picked him up after previously playing for Binghamton. Now a 2-on-0. Austin Belfay goes for the backhand. Saved by Colgan, now blockered away. An A-grade chance goes missing there as Belfay gives it another go with a shot from the point. Hat-tricks can't capitalize on that one, but they did on the power play with Josh Tomasi, tying it up at 2-2 with 3:49 to go in the second. One final break before the final minutes of the second period here at the DIA. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Danbury Hat-tricks Hockey.
Upgrade your home with Buzz-8 Appliance, your trusted source for top brand appliances and expert service. We've got the selection and knowledge to help you find the perfect fit. Visit our showrooms in Danbury and Brookfield or shop online at buzz8appliance.com. Buzz-8 Appliance, where quality meets dependability. Discover fresh quality and unbeatable value at Carluzzi's, your family-owned grocery market. We've got everything you need under one roof. Proudly serving Danbury and surrounding communities. Visit carluzzi's.com for weekly specials. Carluzzi's, where quality meets community.
Hungry? Chick-fil-A has you covered in Brookfield on Federal Road and inside the Danbury Fair Mall. From the original chicken sandwich to fresh salads and nuggets, enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner your way. The perfect way to feed your family. Chick-fil-A, great food, friendly service.
Craving something sweet? Treat yourself at Peach Wave of Bethel. Choose from a variety of creamy frozen yogurts, pile on your favorite toppings, and create the perfect swirl every time. Located right in the heart of Bethel, it's dessert.
2-2 hat tricks and Wolves. Offensive zone draw won by Danbury. Back to even strength after the Josh Tomasi goal. His 2 goals came way back in late October in the 2-game sweep in Columbus, Indiana. He picked up a goal in each of those games. Hasn't scored since, but gets a crucial one there in the dying seconds of the power play. Circling around the outside, Gennaro Frondudo. Held up in the corner now with Trevor Newman ahead for Powers. Has Bencic behind him. Going around the outside, Powers centers and almost put home by Bencic. Tries to throw it off Penton's back. Best chance of the period for the Wolves. And again, it's Grant Mentis in the middle of it. Powers was the one who got it started, and now it's going to be the Wolves going on the power play after a penalty on Maxim Mazyarchuk. Watertown already 0 for 1 on the power play tonight. The Andre Simonchuk penalty in the first period. Watertown couldn't capitalize on that. We'll see what they have here, looking to reclaim their lead. Chernyuk, Michigan, and a beautiful shot pass there, tipped in by Filipov. 2 goals for number 15 in white tonight. And he gets the lead right back for Watertown. It's 3-2 Wolves, 2:30 to go in the second. Michigan saw Filipov waiting there in the low slot and decided to just kind of pass one, half pass, half shot towards his teammate. And that's his second goal of the night, his 18th of the season. And the hat tricks facing a deficit once again in the dying minutes of period number 2. Still a lot of hockey to play here. Belfay almost pickpocketed Colgan in the corner, able to get it out to a teammate. Chevers crunched by Robinson as they battle behind the net. 2 from each team trying to pry the puck free. And we'll have a whistle. Puck just too stuck in that far corner there. We'll reset with a face-off. Shots on goal have been much more even this period, 13-12 for Watertown. Zimmerman almost had the puck taken away by Rubtsov. Now a battle right along the blue line. Chernyuk pressured, and Michigan comes away with it. Ahead for Klink down the left wing. Klink angling in. Penton got a piece on the shot. Klink poke checked away by Robinson. He gets the puck right back. Klink had to wait for his teammate to get back on side. Still trading possession along the Wolves bench there. Almost 1 minute to go in the second period. Now some shoving, and we've got a fight. Simonchik going at it and taking down the opponent. We're trying to see who it is there who got on the worst end of that fight. We saw him after taking the penalty in the first period, taunting the Watertown bench from the penalty box, and not surprised to see the gloves fly there. It's Zimmerman who took the penalty a little earlier, and Simonchik still having words for his opponent. Zimmerman right back to the box. Referees will sort out the penalties here, see if there's anything that would affect the amount of players on the ice. With 1:06 to go in the second, Watertown reclaims their lead. Two power play goals, one for each, as you got a quick look there of the fight. Andre Simonchik played the 2 games last weekend against Blue Ridge, definitely making his name known to the fans here with a couple penalties, including a big fight there. Newberg and Henning just chatting. Now Maxim Mazyarchuk joining his teammate in the box for Danbury. We'll see how this all shakes out. So there is going to be a minor penalty on Simonchik, which will put Watertown back on the power play for the remainder of the period. They'll have 54 seconds of power play time in the third if they do not convert in the final minute 6. Kept in by Chernyuk at the blue line. Cycled back for Klink. Klink, backhands. Filipov, now Mishkin. Mishkin low for Bencic. Up top, Chernyuk. Cross ice Mishkin, low Bencic. Thrown across the face of goal. And still with Klink and the Wolves. One-timer, flashing the leather, Penton. Klink didn't have all too much time to line up the one-time shot. Got enough on it to force a save out of Penton with 36 seconds to go in this period. Tie up in the circle. Kandurka. Back with the Wolves and Mishkin. Far half wall centered for Chernyuk. Tried to play it over towards Filipov. 18 seconds. Sasinski can't get a clean clearance. Bencic right back in. Cross ice Mishkin finds a teammate in front who stuffs it home and gets the Wolves' second goal in the final minutes here. It's Filipov again. Two late power play goals for the Wolves. And they will go into the second period with a 2-goal lead. Very similar to the end of the first period. A goal in the final 10 seconds, both periods. The Wolves capitalizing right at the buzzer. This time a power play goal. I'll actually credit this one to Stephen Klink, assisted by Yefim Mishkin. Thrown towards the net. Buzzer will sound, and that's where things stand as we head to the second intermission. Wolves up 2-4, hat tricks with work to do going into the final 20 minutes. Down 2 goals and looking to snap this 2-game losing streak. The Wolves looking to snap a 6-game losing streak of their own and get back in the win column and pick up 3 points. Lots to play for in the final 20 minutes. We'll step aside, be back halfway through the second intermission for the out-of-town score report, and then see some third period hockey here at the DIA. You're watching Danbury Hat Tricks Hockey.
Remember when a night out didn't break the bank? When fun was simple, social,
time for a tasty, gooey treat. Crumble Cookies in Danbury has the freshest, warmest cookies around. With 6 new gourmet cookie flavors every week, there's always a reason to treat yourself. For the latest flavors and updates, visit crumblecookies.com/Danbury. Visit Danbury Duckpin Bowling Lanes for family fun. Enjoy the classic charm of duckpin bowling with 16 lanes, including a private party room. Perfect for kids' parties, senior leagues, and casual play. Open daily with affordable rates and a welcoming atmosphere. Visit DanburyDuckpin.com to reserve your lane today. Looking for a bank that puts you first? Visit Fairfield County Bank, serving Connecticut since 1871. With 17 local branches, we offer personal and business banking, mortgages, insurance, and investment services, all with a personal touch. Visit FairfieldCountyBank.com to learn more.
Watertown, second intermission here at the Danbury Ice Arena. We'll take a quick look around the FPHL. Out of town scores coming up here, about 4 minutes until the start of the third period. Looking out of town, we'll go first to Binghamton, where the Black Bears are up 5-0 against Indiana. A convincing win for the first place team in the Empire, facing off against the last place team, Indiana. Binghamton coming off a loss, so back in the win column for the other New York team in the Fed. Of course, the second Watertown, up 4-2 here in Danbury, ahead of the third period. Columbus up 5-1 against Biloxi in the second period. Columbus now sitting in third place in the Continental, kind of stuck behind second place with the Rock Lobsters, 16 points behind them, but also 20 points ahead of fourth place. So kind of in no man's land there for the River Dragons, holding steady in the Continental. 1-1 between Baton Rouge and Monroe in the second period. Monroe is hot right now, 18 straight wins for them. Quite the impressive run for the Moccasins, who are first place in the Continental, 81 points, only a 2-point lead over Athens. So they're in a tight one there against Baton Rouge. And after the second period, Blue Ridge leading 1-0 over Topeka. If Blue Ridge wins and Danbury does not pick up any points tonight, they could extend the lead in fourth place to 12 points, or essentially 4 games back if we're just speaking purely in regulation points. Of course, in the Fed, 3 points for a regulation win, only 2 points for an overtime win. Only 5 games in the Fed tonight, and those were the 5 there. A couple teams off tonight. But we will set the stage here for the third period in Danbury. As things stand, 4-2 to the visitors, Watertown. They took a 2-1 lead into the first intermission after a very late goal scored by Igor Filipov to end the first period with only a couple seconds left on the breakaway. They dominated that first period, out shooting the Hat Tricks 21-8. In the second period, it was a little closer, 15-12 Watertown, so a 3-shot edge there. Hat Tricks found a tying goal late on the power play with Josh Tomasi, a slap shot from the wing as the power play was expiring. But right after that, some late penalties to end the third period proved costly for John Birchin's group. 2 power play goals for the Wolves in the final minutes. Yefa Mishkin and Igor Filipov get on the board. So Igor Filipov with 2 goals tonight. Watertown trying to snap a 6-game losing streak, and they have a long road ahead if they want to catch up to Blue Ridge, just like Danbury. But still, with 20 games to play in reach, I suppose. 15 points back compared to Danbury's 9. If Watertown wins, they do climb to within 3 points of Danbury. It would be 39 points to the Wolves and 42 to the Hat Tricks. Hat Tricks gonna need an offensive spark here, something to get going early in the third period. Folks, we want to remind you, as I've been saying throughout the broadcast, we ask that you please go and support Jonny Ruiz on his road to recovery after the stroke that he suffered last week. Please check out the link in the description of this broadcast. It'll lead you to the GoFundMe page if you're so inclined to donate. Please check it out. If you're a Hat Tricks fan, you know how much Jonny means to this community. So please help if you can. Puck sent out of play by Sosinski to start the third. And we'll do it again from center ice. Last matchup between these two teams, it was up in Watertown, a convincing 5-1 win for Danbury. The last time these two teams played on Danbury ice. That was 2 Fridays ago, a 3-2 shootout win for the Hat Tricks. Puck spills towards the slot, collected by Mazyarchuk. And backhanded in by Robinson. Shot on net. Mazyarchuk again, centers. And Robinson couldn't get it off his stick. Quickly head for Filipov, one time for Klink. Too far, he'll try to chase in the far corner. Recollects the puck, cycling it deep. Able to get it into the neutral zone was Rupsov. Navigates around a couple white jerseys. Belfay wins the puck back. Frondudo backhanded towards the opposite side. Eli Rivers on the puck. He had the first goal tonight for Danbury at even strength in the first period. Gave him an early 1-0 lead. Dumped in. Newman. Now Henning chasing. Benchich will take it over. Gains the zone. Backhanded. Blockered away by Penton. Henning tied up with Penton as Kyle Penton glancing toward his helmet. Maybe we'll get a replay of that as Grant Mentis finds a teammate. Newman fired off a shot that too high. Ossian, high shot, escapes the rink with 17:59 on the clock. In the games that the Hat Tricks have won this season, they've averaged about 5 goals in those wins, 5.3. In the losses, they've only scored 2.1 goals a game, so obviously it makes sense. You score more goals, you win games. But when they do win, they put up a lot of goals. And as of now, they would need those 5 goals to make it a 5-4 game at the least, facing a 2-4 deficit a couple minutes into the third. Breakout for Crom. Skips around. Unable to get past the second player as McDonald regains the puck for Watertown. Pinching in was Mazyarchuk. Now Kanderka gains the zone. Fires off a shot, blockered out of play by Colgan. Caden Kanderka there, playing on that third line. He's got 4 points in his last 3 games. 10 points total on the season. Actually scored his first professional goal against the Wolves back on November 8th in a loss here at the DIA. Filipov circling, able to dump it deep for Klink. Robinson too far from Mazyarchuk. Klink maneuvers through the traffic. Able to skate in. Tied up with Fennell. He gets the puck right back. And taken to the ice. Noah Robinson laying down the hammer there. Doing work in his defensive zone. Hat Tricks need a spark. Austin Belfay. Speed down the left wing. Stops. Pressured by Michigan. Threw it goalwards. Centered for Frondudo. And now Belfay tried to play it from Mill Valley. He'll get it right back. And survey. 4 minutes into the third period. Sosinski cycles for Eli Rivers. Cross ice, entering the zone. Rivers. Threw one towards the goal. Tie up with Belfay. Almost spilt right for Rivers there, but now 2-on-2. Powers. Powers lost an edge and gave up the puck behind the net. Sosinski's clearance only as far as Bencic, who will send it right back in. That one hit off a Watertown skate and made its way into the seats. A wild bounce there. Neutral zone draw. Josh Newberg in, who for most of the season has played on the fourth line, but stepping up tonight with not as much center depth, playing alongside Ken Durka and Crom. Tipped ahead by Desmarais. Now cycled to the near side. Chevers pinned in the corner. Spills for Tomasi. Swung around too hot on the pass. Legro will dump it right back in. Danbury will reset with a change. Desmarais, big energy on the forecheck. Maziarchuk coming in to help. Desmarais now heading to the bench for a change as Brad Ryder leads the charge for the Wolves. Ryder again, centered. Follow up, blocker save. Ryder still with the puck, backhanded towards the point. Maziarchuk gets a skate on it. Corrigan will go again. Skating in on the right side, blockered away by Penton, falling in the slot. One back by the Wolves for a moment and then sent into the neutral zone with Ryder again, who's been on the puck a lot this shift. Now with Chernyuk cutting in. Somebody lost a stick. Goes flying in the air. No distraction for Penton. He stayed focused and made the save. Cycling up, Legro. Chernyuk battling with some hat tricks. Rupsov has the fresher legs, throws off a shot, score! Signs of life from the hat tricks and Anton Rupsov. It's 3-4. Chance came out of nowhere as Rupsov picked up the puck in the neutral zone, got past one. He had the fresher legs coming off the bench and fired off a quick shot. Wasn't the perfect angle, but he beats Brandon Colgan low, picks up his 13th goal of the season. And the hat tricks have life on home ice. 13-16 to play. And a delayed penalty coming up. Kyle Penton skating towards his bench. We'll have a hat tricks penalty coming up after the break. Anton Rupsov cuts the deficit in half. It's 3-4 Wolves here in the third period. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Hat Tricks on Hat Tricks Digital Network.
Head over to TK's American Cafe on White Street for 80 different wing flavors and good times. With 30 flat screen televisions and free Wi-Fi, we're the perfect spot to catch the game or enjoy a night out. Visit tksamericancafe.com for more information. TK's American Cafe. Make sure to try our hat trick flavor.
When life brings legal challenges, trust Chipman, Mizuko, and Emerson. From business law and real estate to estate planning and litigation, our experienced attorneys are here to guide you every step of the way. Proudly serving clients across Fairfield County and Western Connecticut. Learn more at danburylaw.com. Nothing freshens like an ice-cold Coca-Cola. From classic Coke to a wide variety of sparkling and still drinks, we've got something for everyone. Learn more at CokeNortheast.com, because every sip deserves a smile.
4-3 Wolves. Anton Rupsov netting the goal as we await the Hat Tricks power play here. Anton Rupsov scoring that one to make it 3-4. He scored 9 goals in his last 11 games. Excuse me, in his last 11 games, Anton Rupsov has scored in 9 of them. Really picking up the offensive load, especially with the departure of some offensive scoring. As a shorthanded chance here for Klink the other way, who beats Penton in the first 8 seconds of the Hat Tricks power play and takes the momentum all the way back for Watertown. A killer blow laid by Stephen Klink. Fans might have just been readjusting in their seats after the timeout. And suddenly, a shorthanded goal for the Watertown Wolves. 3-5, still 1:48 on this power play to maybe get this back to a 1-goal game. Rupsov. There's a shot from Rivers. Now in behind with Frondudo and Kandurka. Rivers couldn't keep it in. Falls to the neutral zone, 1:15 left on the power play. Quick breakout for Ryder. Sosinski throws Ryder into the boards. A big hit there. You see the size difference. Sosinski, a big guy, still battling as Ryder on the shorthand. And we'll have a tripping call on Rupsov, who drew the penalty there. What a wild sequence. These games between the Hat Tricks and the Wolves always surprise with just the bizarrest of sequences. Hat Tricks find a goal via Anton Rupsov, and this arena has life. 8 seconds into a power play that they earned seconds after the goal. They give up a shorthanded, and now Hat Tricks are on a 5-on-3 with 49 seconds left on the Benčić penalty. It's Chernyuk. Konstantin Chernyuk going to the bench. Going to the penalty box, excuse me, as the Hat Tricks go to work on the 5-on-3. One-timer, pad save. Sosinski with the shot in. Robinson. Sosinski. Fennell tried to roof it. Almost hit it near post. Mazyarchuk pinned behind. 15 seconds on the 5-on-3 and cleared out by Ryder. Penton trying to quickly send it back up ice and does. Watertown gets a quick change. Robinson. Cross ice Sosinski. 2 seconds, 1 second. Benčić back on the ice. 5-on-4 for 1 minute and 7 seconds as the Chernyuk penalty continues. Centered, Mazyarchuk had a lot of space in front. Danbury still with it, 54 seconds. Delphi goes give and go with Mazyarchuk, couldn't work off a shot. Cleared only as far as Sosinski. Slap shot, save for Colgan. A long stretch without a whistle on the power play. .41 to go. Danbury facing a 2-goal deficit still after bringing it to within 1 a couple minutes ago. through Anton Rubtsov. Frondudo in the circle. With it in the corner is Frondudo. Looking for a centering pass, now plays up to the point. Puck escaped the zone, Rivers gave it away. Newman, big hit by Jordan Crom, who is not a defenseman, and now sends Newman to the ground afterwards. Might have been okay going without that second hit, and now he's gonna see some time in the penalty box. It's initially solid stuff from Crom, who's playing defense, technically on the blue line on the power play, having to skate back, not in a natural playing position. Lays a great clean hit. You don't know what was said on the ice, and goes for that second hit. And now we are at 4-on-4. And the Chernyuk penalty will be canceled out. Watertown will have 1 minute and 41 seconds of power play time on their own. Kanderka off the draw. Kanderka racing in on the backhand. Kanderka couldn't slide it past Colgan. Holding it on his backhand for a while and won the race down the ice. Chernyuk out of the box, 5-on-4 for Watertown. Under 10 minutes to go in the third period. The Wolves up 5-3, trying to get their first win since January 10th. They have 2 wins in the last 49 days. Looking for Chernyuk, and now giveaway for Rivers on the shorthand. Rivers tied up by Ouellette. Michigan skating in. Klink off the backboards. Fell right back for Klink in front. Fired all the way down by Fennell. 47 seconds on the power play. Jordan Crom in the box. 2 minutes for interference. After the Benchich hooking and Chernyuk tripping Miners. Offsides. 8:46 in the third. Watertown up 5-3. Hat tricks needing some offense here to get back in this one late in the game. You're watching Danbury Hat Tricks Hockey on the Hat Tricks Digital Network.
Looking for the best in beverage distribution? Choose DiCello Distributors. From Anheuser-Busch to local craft beers, we offer a full range of beer, cider, and non-alcoholic options. Serving New Haven, Fairfield, and Middlesex counties, we're committed to quality service and community. Visit DiCello.com to learn more.
Diversified Printing Solutions is your full-service print partner in Danbury. With over 50 years of combined experience, we handle everything from graphic design and branded premiums to bindery mailing and smaller large print runs. DPS doesn't just print, we help you communicate from concept to delivery. Visit us online at dprintingsol.com.
Struggling with pain or mobility issues? Turn to Hartsburg Chiropractic Health Center in Danbury, specializing in posture correction, sports injuries, sciatica.
Back here at the DIA, some really nice signs there. Ruiz strong. Hat Tricks are selling some Jonny Ruiz merchandise with the same message if you'd like to go buy some. Danbury staring down the wall here, down 2 goals. Watertown penalty about to expire. Crom back on the ice, and we are back to 5-on-5 hockey. giveaway. Frondudo pushed off the puck. Rivers finds it. Henning tried to circle the opposite side. Frondudo picked up the puck. Henning unable to clear again. Fennell forced back out. Legro. Mazyarchuk in some traffic in behind. Klink tried to flick it out. Fennell wound up the slap shot that went high. And finally the Wolves clear. Michigan sauced ahead for Klink. Rebound falls for Rupsov in the neutral zone. Handed off for Noah Robinson. Pad save low by Colgan. Stephen Klink with the most recent and the most crushing blow for the Hat Trick's chances here on the shorthand. After Rupsov made it 4-3. Sosinski will leave it for Simonchik. Simonchik picked up a couple penalties tonight. He's already got 23 penalty minutes in his 3 games for Danbury. Buried the lead on Simonchik. He actually played 2 games for the Wolves early this season on October 18th and 24th. Then played 9 games for the Bobcats and has now been with the Hat Tricks for the last week and a half or so. He's definitely logged a lot of penalty minutes as we get a offside whistle there. 50 penalty minutes total in 14 games, so about 3.5 PIMs per contest. Playing that 5th defenseman role tonight with Tukane out of the lineup and Austin Pickford serving a 2-game suspension. John Birchin shallow in the defensive ranks. Watertown up on shots 41-29 right now. Hat Tricks winning the 3rd period though, 9-5. In the final 6 minutes, they need to come up with something special. Mazyarchuk, one-timer, finds his way to Mo Valley, bouncing puck in the crease. Mazyarchuk found it and threw it on net. That was a shot from Mo Valley. Had a bit of a knuckle to it as it hits off the wacky corner there. Mo Valley on the puck again. Takes that bounce towards Colgan's crease. He'll freeze it with 5:35. It has been tough sledding for the Wolves since the new year. They actually beat Binghamton 4-3 on January 2nd. And they picked up the win a couple weekends ago against Danbury here. But other than that, it has been a lot of losing. They're hoping that they can turn it around though. A win here would bring them to within 3 points of Danbury. And we'll have a whistle now. It's going to be a penalty on Watertown's Chris Corrigan, a holding penalty. Perfect chance for John Birchin and company to find a goal here. Down 2, 5:31 left in the 3rd. They already have a power play goal tonight, courtesy of Josh Tomasi. Picked up his 3rd goal of the year, his 1st since back in October. So the power play will go to work. Rivers, Rupsov one-timer. Colgan didn't see it clean, but got enough of a piece on it to send it out of play. Last time Hat Tricks were on the power play, 8 seconds in. By this time, Stephen Klink had already scored. Wolves win the draw and manage to clear it out towards Penton's net. And leave it for Crum. Rupsov threw it towards goal. Kandurka collects it. And pass skips past Rivers. Crown will reset again. Tipped by Rupsov, back by Klink. Now Newman on the shorthand. High shot. Rebound collected by Rupsov. Skating in. Left it for a teammate. Kandurka finds Fennell. Greg Sosinski, the defenseman leading. One-timer. Low save from Colgan off the Robinson one-timer. 40 seconds to go on the power play. Fennell. Players stabbing at it in front. Loose for Chernyuk. Trying to clear and does. Now 25 seconds. As Sosinski will regroup for likely one last rush. Robinson tips in. Ossian clears, gets past Sosinski. Klink on the breakaway. Pressured in behind by Mazyarchuk doing defensive work. Klink will hold on to the puck for the final seconds as we head back to 5-on-5. Corgan out of the box. 3:26 to go. Hat Tricks down 3-5. Filipov hesitated. Mishkin on his backhand and beats Penton near post. Yefa Mishkin. Puts this one to bed, almost certainly for the Wolves, and they'll snap their 6-game losing streak and pick up 3 points here in Danbury. One back by Mazyarchuk. Now a 2-on-1 if they can hurry. Rupsov backhanded. Had another chance at it. Colgan denies. Brandon Colgan hasn't been tested all that much, but he has done enough. Mazyarchuk again, right wing. Low shot, follow-up, score! Rupsov with a quick one. It's 4-6. A quick follow-up from Anton Rupsov. 2 goals now this period. We saw the shot from Mazyarchuk. Angled right into the path of number 11. Rupsov's 14th goal of the season. So 2:34 now. Still a 2-goal game. Lots of time left. You never know here. Robinson enters the zone. Off backboards. Robinson gets a hand on it, now behind. Falling for Chevers, now ahead for Corgan. Fennell tried to use the body. Puck in the near corner, Mo Valley for Jordan Crom. Poke checked away by Henning. Fennell ahead. Powers will flip it in. Under 2 minutes. We'll see at some point if John Bierchen decides to pull the goalie and bring on a 6th skater. Flip to the corner. Fennell out. Precious time running out here. Hat-tricks need to get back to the offensive zone if they want to see any sort of comeback here. Keeping an eye on the Danbury goal if they are able to get into the offensive zone. Clock stopped at 1:18. Hat-tricks bench using their timeout here. .78 seconds left in this one. You never know what can happen. Still a 2-goal deficit, but not going to give up here after Ruiz gets the quick goal right back after the Michigan 6th goal for Watertown. The player of the game so far for Watertown has been Igor Filipov. He had their second, third, and fourth goals. 3 goals in succession for number 15, Filipov. He has 16 points in 11 games against Watertown coming into tonight, against Danbury, excuse me. So 19 points now total on the season. They have played each other 12 games, but still lots of damage done by Filipov against Danbury. Penton a little bit further out of his net, waiting for the right time. The aforementioned Filipov along the near boards. Mazyarchuk. Sosinski handling the puck behind the net, trying to develop a rush. Mazyarchuk enters the zone. Penton to the bench. 6-on-5. Robinson got a shot off, but Colgan got the better. The glove save low. Another timeout here. 34 seconds. Hat-tricks now in the offensive zone. They can draw something up with Kyle Penton now on the bench. Kyle Penton has played almost all of the goalie minutes so far since the departure of Sebastian Risar back on December 30th. In the Alex Legkov trade, the Hat-tricks also acquired Ricardo Gonzalez, who, since being acquired, he's only played about 2 periods. He played against the Wolves back on January 10th. He was pulled in the second period after giving up his 5th goal, and it's really just been Penton ever since in between the pipes. 6-on-5 for Danbury in the offensive zone as the seconds tick away here, under 30 seconds. Rivers on net. Save Colgan. Looking for the follow-up. Backhand Robinson. Cleared out. All the way down for an icing with 15 seconds. Robinson wins the face-off. Krom for Rubtsov. Has to throw one on net, hit a lot of traffic. And the seconds will bleed away. Centering pass, and that'll do it. The Wolves pick up their first win in 6 games, a 6-4 win for the visitors They climb to within 3 points of the Hat Tricks in the Empire Division standings. The Hat Tricks fall to 11, 20, 3-3, still at 42 points and in 5th place in the FPHL standings. They'll play again here in this arena tomorrow night against Watertown. They'll see each other in under 24 hours. Hat Tricks fall to 7-5 on the season outright against Watertown. But the Hat Tricks short-staffed with suspensions, some injuries, and of course the loss of Jonny Ruiz, who once again, before we sign off, folks, will remind you that the link to donate to Jonny's GoFundMe is in the description of the broadcast on YouTube, so please check that out before you sign off for the night. We'll be back again tomorrow for matchup between the Hat Tricks and the Wolves at 7 p.m. But for now, we'll sign off. For Patrick Rudberg and our entire production team, Hat Tricks 4, Wolves 6 here from the Danbury Ice Arena. Have a good night, everyone.